Back with our headliner today, Altimeter's Brad Gerstner, live from Beverly Hills at Milken. Joe has a question for you, Brad.
Brad, good to see you. I know in the past you've owned other sectors in the market besides communication services, besides technology. We're talking a lot about those types of names today. Just give us some insight if you think there's opportunity, whether it's healthcare, industrials, financials. We've got stocks like Spotify, Netflix, Palantir, all racing towards all-time highs. How are you thinking about all that?
Yeah, good to see you, Joe. For sure. Listen, the internet sector, you mentioned a few, Spotify, Netflix, et cetera. Some of the names we've owned there have had great runs this year, up 20, 30, 40%. I think they've been safe havens, a little bit tariff trade, stocks that people wanted to get into. I think some of these other names in the U.S. economy also safe havens. So I think you have to be a little bit careful because as money begins to trade out of those safe havens, as we get some trade deals announced, the companies that have underperformed due to the tariffs, I think will start to outperform. But generally, the S&P is only down 4% this year. People still expect double-digit S&P growth. I would say there's still a lot of disruption coming to the economy. There's going to be a lot of alpha. This is a stock picker's market. This is not a market just to own the index and go to sleep. There are going to be some companies that are helped by the tariffs, some companies that are hurt, some companies that are accelerated by AI, some companies that are hurt. So active managers get paid right now to do their job. Find those companies that are going to benefit and avoid the companies that are going to get hurt.
Since you talked about a stock picker's market, I wanted to ask you about the greatest stock picker who's ever lived. His name's Warren Buffett. And, of course, this weekend, everybody is reflecting now on his announcement that he will no longer be CEO at the end of this year. I know you've been to Omaha, and I know you know some of the people out there. I'd love to just hear from you on what you think his legacy that he leaves behind for people like you and others who are trying to invest in this market.
Yeah, it's when I saw those words from Buffett on Saturday, I was both happy for him to go out on top. 20% compounded returns for 60 years. We'll never see a GOAT like Warren Buffett. He was one of a kind. But most importantly, what you can't put on a spreadsheet is that Warren unlocked the potential in folks like me. I grew up in rural, small-town Indiana, and I saw somebody in Omaha who sounded like people around me, who looked like people around me. He inspired me to start tracking stocks when I was in high school. It really inspired a generation, inspired many generations, a nation. To invest, to understand the power of long-term compounding, to understand the power of investing in the upside of the American economy. He was a personal hero of mine. I was lucky to get to know the organization later in life. I came on, I think, your show just after Charlie died. And I said the two of them, they've always spoken truth. They've always spoken wisdom. Just this weekend, he said, free and fair trade, right, has been the most powerful engine for prosperity on a global basis and this country for the last 50 years. It's still the greatest country on the planet. He believes that deeply in his core. So I wish him the best. He's not going anywhere. He'll continue to weigh in on the important issues of the day at Berkshire Hathaway. But salute to Warren. It really is an incredible career. But it wasn't just about investing. He moved the country forward. He gave the country reason to believe. And in our most trying times, in the times where the country was beginning to lose faith, I remember the fall of 2008. He settled the market at critical moments in time. And so this nation owes an incredible debt of gratitude to Warren Buffett. And I was happy to see him go out on top like he did on Saturday.
He leaves an oversized legacy. It's really hard to quantify it obviously. But in a way, you're thinking about your legacy, too, and the future investors and people in this country through your Invest America program that you've talked to us on numerous occasions, and I know you're dealing with that out there to some degree. The idea, of course, for those who may not remember, is giving every child born in this country an investment account, $1,000 funded by the government. That's the key, funded by the government, because that means you need help to get this done. Where are you in terms of getting that help you need as we are talking about a reconciliation bill and the Republicans trying to get their budget and their spending bill through Congress. Are you close? What can you tell us?
Well, I'll tell you, we're making incredible progress, and I think we are going to get it in the reconciliation bill. But, you know, tying this back to Warren Buffett, nobody understands the power of compounding better than Warren Buffett. And now is the time. We have 70% of Americans who feel that they're left behind. They don't have accounts that compound. We need to get them into the game. So it's $1,000 at birth, seeded by the federal government, but private accounts. 3.7 million kids born a year, they each get a private account. Think of it as a 401k from birth. And we have companies like Uber and Dell and many, many others, Oracle, NVIDIA, et cetera, who all say they'll contribute to the accounts of the kids of their employees. We have philanthropists, major philanthropists, who are donating billions of dollars to this if we set it up. We have states like the state of Connecticut or Ohio who will add to these accounts. And, of course, parents will add to these accounts. So by the time you're 18 years old, you will have an account in the S&P 500 that's worth upwards of $50,000 to $60,000. It changes the game by getting everybody. This is the president's Main Street agenda. The White House is very much aligned with this. The Senate is very much aligned. You know, it's led in the Senate by Senator Ted Cruz and Haggerty and Booker, Warner, and others, a big bipartisan group. But Ted Cruz is helping to get this scored, helping to get it in the reconciliation bill. We got a lot of support in the House. Again, bipartisan support led by the Speaker of the House. So I fully expect that we're going to get this into reconciliation. Imagine this. If the president signs this into law as part of reconciliation on July 4th of this year, that means on our 250th anniversary, July 4th, 2026, we can have 40 million children, 40 million families. They can open up their phone and see their child owns a little slice of Apple, of Berkshire Hathaway, of Microsoft, etc. I think that's how we really make this a Main Street economy. We know this is the most powerful economy in the world. It's high time that we get everybody into the game, but not on the back of a bigger government agency or a big government account. On the back of individual accounts. Make everybody an owner in the upside of America. Warren Buffett would give that his stamp of approval.
All right, you keep us up to date on how that progresses. Your CEO council just littered with the biggest names in business. Barton and Benioff and Safra Katz and Michael Dell and Jensen Huang and Bill McDermott and Dara and Laureen Powell Jobs. And I left many off because there are just too many to name. But that speaks to the kind of corporate support that you have gotten. Let us know, and we'll see you again soon. Brad, thanks.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.